how do you defend that? The Oilers drop yet another game, a, a game that realistically they should have won, considering the New Jersey Devils didn't have their top defenseman, didn't have their top star player, and their offense is not as equivalent to the power that the Edmonton Oilers have. And yet, how do we drop that game? I don't know. As an Edmonton Oilers fan, it is getting very frustrating to see how the Oilers are losing these games. I Throughout the whole season, we have blamed defense, we have blamed the team, we have blamed the owner, we have blamed the goaltending coach, we have blamed the goalie itself, we have blamed the coach, we have blamed the stars, we've just blamed everybody. For some reason, we, with all this blame that's being passed around, we still can't figure out what the problem is. Look, this team was one freaking goal away from the Stanley Cup last season. This season, it just seems like they don't care to play, or if they do, I'm just commenting as a fan and giving you my opinion, but this season, it just seems completely different. Look, I'm going to start off with the whole list. Goaltending, I'm blaming goaltending. For the sole fact that, number one, we have a goaltender consistently under 900 save percentage. Consistently. If you guys watched my last video, I talked all about consistency, and the Oilers are showing a slew of consistency in all the wrong categories. The goaltender showing consistency in the worst save percentage I have ever seen from a starting goaltender. Look, Stuart Skinner aside, whatever your knock on him is, I don't care. Whatever your opinion is, I don't care. But he led us to the Stanley Cup final last season. He's not the same Stuart Skinner. Because this season, I don't know how many games he's had. Maybe somebody in the comments could tell me how many games he's had above 900. But consistently noticing that he is below 900 in terms of save percentage against teams. And definitely in games that we should be winning. Against teams we should be beating. How is it that the other team consistently has a goaltender that has an above 900 save percentage? I don't know. Could it be that our offense is just not there, and the shots that we are taking, those goaltenders seem to know what to do and are positionally sound and are there and in the spot to make the save, even when those teams have defensive breakdowns? That's insane to me. That is insane to me. And frankly speaking, I feel like maybe everybody around the NHL, all the other teams in the NHL, have kind of figured out how the Oilers play. And it doesn't take a rocket scientist to figure out if you stop Connor McDavid, if you stop Leon Draisaitl, if you stop Zach Hyman, that line that they put out after the penalty kill, you're fine. Now, maybe I'm overreacting, but I feel like the NHL or teams in the NHL have figured out how to play the Edmonton Oilers. But the Oilers can't seem to figure out how to beat other teams. Whether it's a lack of production on the power play, which I won't even get into because we only had one power play this game. I don't understand how the greatest player in the world and the second greatest player in the world don't draw more than one penalty. I don't know what the refs are doing, but that's besides the point. I don't know why we're unable to capitalize on our chances. We had a 50-goal scorer in Zach Hyman last season. I don't know where he's gone. Ryan Nugent-Hopkins definitely has dried up in terms of the offense. Jeff Skinner was a terrible signing, evidently. And Victor Arvidsson hasn't proved out or panned out to be the type of signing that we asked for. We had a great trade deadline. We have to wait for Frederick to come back. Maybe he changes everything. But Max Jones was not himself. He wasn't that first initial hitting type of player that we saw when we first got him in the first game. Jake Wallman, great defenseman, and I like him, and I cannot wait to see when we have Matthias Ekholm back. But this is absolutely unacceptable from the Edmonton Oilers organization. This is the standard has been set. That standard was last season. When you made it to the Stanley Cup final, that was the standard. Every player should be playing to that standard. And if they're not, look, maybe change how you're approaching the game. This is a coaching thing. Coach the players in a different way. Change up the power play. The penalty kill, phenomenal. They didn't let in a goal. They did what they had to do. But our offense, with the amount of talent that we have, at this point, I don't know. Can we rely on Frederick and Kane coming back? We're not getting the Kane that we have seen a couple years past. Trent Frederick, one man alone, cannot change how the gameplay is. It is. I mean, I don't know much about his game. I've seen a little bit of his game. I don't think that one guy could change an entire team's trajectory. But right now, as it currently sits, the Los Angeles Kings were 1 point behind us for second place in our division. And guess what? We lost. So we better go to the Islanders tomorrow, the New York Islanders, and win. Because if we don't, we're losing our cushion of not only second place in our division, but we're losing our cushion to even be able to chase first place in our division. This lull that the Oilers are going through, I don't know what's happening. I don't know if it's a flu bug. I don't know if it's an injury bug. I don't know what it is. But in my opinion, as a fan of the Edmonton Oilers, this is unacceptable. Absolutely unacceptable. So let's go ahead and let's get into the scoring summary for this game. Now, I'm not going to lie to you. The first period of this game, I was a little tired from my day, and so it was kind of a snooze fest, and I kind of dozed in and out. There was no scoring. You have nothing to worry about. The second period, the New Jersey Devils open up the scoring. Brett Pesce gets a goal from Eric Holla and Jesper Bratt. Then the Oilers respond with Leon Draisaitl and Connor McDavid and Brett Kulak. Leon Draisaitl getting his 47th goal of the season. Then we go on to the third period. Just when I think the Oilers are going to do very well, they start that period off amazing. They put the pedal to the metal. Evan Bouchard sifts one through from the point after getting a pass from Jake Wallman and Connor McDavid. Evan Bouchard sends home his 13th of the season. And then after that, the Oilers simply collapsed. Don't know what happened. I don't understand what's going on, but the Oilers collapsed. The New Jersey Devils came out and scored 2 goals within a couple minutes of each other. The first one coming from Jesper Bratt, and it was assisted by Brett Pesce and Timo Meier. And the second one came from Nemec, who got his first of the season, believe it or not, from Jesper Bratt and Nico Hischier. That's your scoring summary, and honestly, I don't know where to go from here. If I'm going to be completely honest, that score, we should have won that game. The player of the game is none other than Jesper Bratt. He did phenomenal tonight. I wanted to give it to Connor McDavid because I thought, okay, Connor McDavid, 2 points. He's factoring on a lot of plays for the Edmonton Oilers, but I can't give it to him. It's a losing cause. New Jersey's Jesper Bratt fueled that comeback victory. I mean, not even comeback. The Oilers didn't really have a lead for more than a couple minutes. So I have to give it to Jesper Bratt. The New Jersey Devils played fantastic. The Oilers are going into New York to play the Islanders tomorrow. Whatever is happening with the Oilers, we cannot lose this game. This is a game that we need to win. This is a game that, no knock on the Islanders. They are a phenomenal hockey team, and you do not want to sell another team short. But this is a team that is not really fighting for a playoff spot. If they are, then they're a little bit behind. So the Oilers should be playing playoff hockey and playing as if it's for their survival to make the playoffs. I mean, it's probably a foregone conclusion that the Oilers have made the playoffs, but who knows? Anything could happen in the last 18 games. I don't know. But this is a game that we need to win. Right now, dropping 2 on the road, sending our record to 3-3. Since that Four Nations, the Oilers have not been the same. Something has to change. I don't know what it is. But if we get Stuart Skinner or Calvin Pickard tomorrow in the net, it has to be phenomenal. I'm assuming it's going to be Calvin Pickard, and he better be on his game. Because as an Oilers fan, I'm telling you right now, this is absolutely frustrating to watch. I know there's going to be a lot of other opinions, a lot of other statistics, a lot of people probably going to post it in the comments that I'm crazy, but I'm just telling you, as a fan, this is unacceptable. This is not Stanley Cup playoff contender quality hockey I'm seeing. Matthias Ekholm, our star defenseman, being out, yes, I can see that being a problem, but the Devils had their star defenseman, their star player, and a secondary or tertiary defenseman out. They didn't have an excuse. They found a way to win. I've noticed teams over the past few games look like they are out hustling the Oilers to that puck. The Oilers need to find that hustle back. The way we played against Dallas for the first portion before Dallas came back, we need to play like that again. We need to go out, get the puck, make it our own, and have puck possession. Play this game. Strong defense. For a portion of the year, the Oilers were one of the top teams in terms of goals against and team defense. But it doesn't pass the eye test right now. So maybe Chris Knobloch was right. Maybe this team is fragile. Is that going to affect their playoff chances? Is that going to affect their playoff run? Because if all the Oilers do is collapse, all LA has to do, or whoever plays us in the first round, is watch the tape on every single game in the last 3-4 weeks on how teams have been beating the Edmonton Oilers. There you go, your ticket to the next round. Whatever it is, the Oilers have to figure this out. I don't know what else to do. I don't know what else to say as an Oilers fan, but I'm disappointed, but I'm still having hope that the Oilers will fix this. You know why? Because they're the Edmonton Oilers. Not because they have Connor McDavid, not because they have Leon Draisaitl, not because they have Evan Bouchard, not because of any individual player, but as an organization, as a culture, and as a team, and as the city rallies around it. I have hope and faith that the Edmonton Oilers will figure this out. Guys, thank you so much for joining me today. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you like the content, please don't forget to hit like and subscribe. It means the world to me to have your interaction, and I will catch you on the next video.